Your brain is lying to you, and you're rewarding it every time comfort feels like truth, even when logic quietly begins fading into the background. Each time you scroll past disagreement, you choose validation over reality without even noticing it. What feels like control is often invisible conditioning, shaping what you believe and what you reject. Your brain starts favoring emotional ease, even when logic quietly begins fading into the background. Inside an echo chamber, repetition feels like truth, even when it's just familiar noise. You begin seeking agreement instead of accuracy, because validation feels safer than uncertainty and doubt. People who agree with you feel right, even when they're reinforcing incomplete or distorted ideas. Opposing views slowly stop feeling informative and start triggering discomfort, tension, and subtle resistance. Your brain adapts fast, strengthening pathways that reward familiar thinking instead of critical analysis. Over time, comfort becomes automatic, and questioning begins to feel mentally exhausting and unnecessary. You keep choosing what confirms you because it feels efficient, predictable, and emotionally satisfying. But anything that challenges you starts to feel like friction instead of an opportunity to understand. You begin identifying with your beliefs, not realizing they're being shaped by repeated exposure. The more you hear the same ideas, the more they feel like undeniable truth. And slowly, your world becomes smaller, but it feels more certain and controlled. This is neuroplasticity, your brain physically rewiring itself based on repeated thoughts and inputs. The more you repeat something, the stronger those neural pathways become over time. Your brain prioritizes efficiency, choosing fast emotional responses over slow analytical thinking. Eventually, new information doesn't get processed. It gets filtered before it even reaches awareness. Opposing ideas begin to feel threatening, even when they're neutral or objectively valid. That's your amygdala activating, treating disagreement like a potential danger to your identity. At the same time, your rational thinking center becomes less active during emotional reactions. So instead of analyzing, you react, defend, or avoid the discomfort completely. Your brain learns one thing clearly: comfort equals safety, and discomfort equals risk. This creates a loop where easy ideas feel right and complex ones feel wrong. The effort required to think deeply starts to feel unnatural and even frustrating. So your brain simplifies everything, reducing complexity into easy, familiar patterns. Repetition strengthens belief, even when the belief itself isn't accurate or complete. Familiarity creates confidence, and confidence feels like certainty, even when it isn't. Complex truths require effort, and your brain is constantly trying to conserve energy. Every agreement or validation triggers a small dopamine reward in your brain. That reward reinforces behavior, training you to seek more of the same input repeatedly. Over time, your thinking becomes conditioned, not by truth, but by what feels good. This is how echo chambers form, slowly, quietly, and without your awareness. You're not choosing your beliefs anymore. You're following patterns that feel natural. And the more it repeats, the harder it becomes to notice the distortion. You begin wearing beliefs like identity, defending them as if they define who you are. Questioning them feels uncomfortable, almost like questioning yourself directly. So instead of exploring, You stay within what feels familiar and safe. And that's where nuance disappears, replaced by certainty that was never truly examined. You start reacting emotionally instead of engaging with ideas objectively and calmly. Opposing views feel personal, even when they have nothing to do with you. Your identity merges with your beliefs, making disagreement feel like an attack. And slowly, individuality fades, replaced by group thinking and collective certainty. The echo chamber tightens, limiting what you see, hear, and consider possible. Even your own thoughts begin echoing what you've already been exposed to repeatedly. You feel confident, but that confidence is built on repetition, not understanding. And when doubt appears, it feels uncomfortable, so you quickly suppress it. The loop strengthens, and your ability to question weakens without you realizing it. You cling to what feels right, because letting go feels like losing control. Truth becomes secondary to the emotional need to stay certain and validated. You avoid anything challenging because discomfort now feels like a threat. The space for growth shrinks, replaced by repetition and emotional reinforcement. And eventually, thinking becomes automatic instead of intentional and aware. You feel certain, but you're no longer seeing the full picture clearly. The shift begins with awareness, noticing the pattern instead of reacting automatically. Pause before rejecting something and ask why it feels uncomfortable in the first place. That discomfort is important. It signals something unfamiliar, not necessarily something wrong. Step outside the loop, even briefly, to expose your mind to different perspectives. You don't have to agree. Just allow yourself to understand before forming conclusions. Balance comes from exposure, not from staying within one comfortable viewpoint. Choose effort over ease, because real thinking requires intentional mental energy. New neural pathways form when you challenge your default reactions consistently. Let go of identity attachment. Your beliefs don't define your entire self. Clarity comes from openness, not from protecting what already feels right. The more you question, the more control you gain over your thinking. You start seeing patterns instead of just reacting to them emotionally. And slowly, your thinking becomes intentional, not conditioned by repetition. So ask yourself honestly, how many of your beliefs have you truly examined deeply? Are your thoughts your own, or reflections of what you've consumed repeatedly over time? Awareness creates distance, and distance gives you the power to choose differently. Breaking the loop feels uncomfortable, but that discomfort is where growth begins. You don't lose yourself by questioning. You actually begin to understand yourself more clearly. Truth requires effort, but it gives you clarity that comfort never can provide. And once you see the pattern, you're no longer controlled by it. If this helped you understand your mind better, consider subscribing for more calm, clear psychological insights.